What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Miguel and I'm a long-term dividend investor sharing my journey to a $100,000 dividend investment portfolio. And in today's video I'm going over how much my dividend investment portfolio made in the month of May. I got a total of 14 different paychecks this month of completely passive income. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you have any questions down below, I will get back to you. Don't forget to like the video, it helps out my channel tremendously. And let's roll the intro. Now today is June 1st, and as we can see my portfolio is sitting currently at $9,954.72. We are almost to $10,000 in this portfolio. I'm so excited for this. On the day we're up $14.50 or 0.15%. On the week we're down $3.50 or 0.4%. On the month we're up $108.98 or 1.11%. That changed as I was saying it. On the 3 months, we're up $814.09, or 8.91%. And then on the year, we're up $1,255.31, or 14.43%. And then the all-time is pretty much the same thing. But I'm crazy excited because I hit my first milestone. We did hit $10,000 in the portfolio last week. But the coolest part about hitting $10,000 is that not all $10,000 was my own money. As we can see, about $1,500 of that was natural growth, as well as reinvesting the dividends that I got paid from the last 7 to 8 months. So it's really exciting to see that I can grow my portfolio and get to a certain milestone without having to put that exact amount of money in. And I'm super excited for the road to $20,000 in this dividend investment portfolio. And I'm estimating I only have to put in about maybe $15,000 or $16,000 of my own money and have the rest of it be natural growth as well as dividends getting paid back to me and then just reinvesting it for the long term. Again, I just want to show y'all that an average guy like me investing only about $20 to $100 a week, whatever I can afford at the time, is going to be able to grow a pretty solid dividend investment portfolio over the next 2 or 3 years. Now let's get into all the dividends that I got paid for the month of May. This is the highest month that I've ever had to date, and the best part is I'm just going to reinvest those dividends to get an even bigger paycheck next time. So as we can see on May 3rd, 2021, AT&T paid me $7.80. At the time I had 15 shares and they paid 52 cents per share. But if we go to AT&T, I now have 17 shares. I'm up 3% and they only make up about 5% of my portfolio. After the whole news of AT&T selling off their HBO subscription to Discovery, I just decided that I'm not going to buy any more shares of it. But because I am positive and I don't want to pay short-term capital gain stock, I'm just going to leave it as is. And because I am leaving it as is, I'm also going to get about 7 or 8 shares of the new company that they sold to Discovery. So I'm pretty excited to see where that goes. And even though AT&T is cutting their dividends in half, I still don't see them as a bad dividend investment stock. Again, on May 2nd, 2021, Verizon paid me $6.90. At the time I had 11 shares. And they paid about 62 cents per share. Now I have 12 shares of Verizon. I'm negative about 1%, which I'm not too worried about because in the long run I have been paid more in dividends than I am negative, and they are going to go positive eventually. Verizon is very volatile, but I knew that going into it and I understood the risk, and I'm thinking long term and dividend wise. So I'm just going to continue to buy more shares of Verizon and watch my dividend grow. And then on May 11th, 2021, AG&C paid me $1.66. I had 13.8 shares at the time, and they're paying 12 cents per share. Again, with AG&C, they are a high-paying dividend stock. Their dividend yield is about 7% right now. I'm positive 21%. I saw AG&C about a year ago. Perfect timing when they were at an all-time low pretty much, as we can see in the past 5-year mark. But AG&C is a high dividend stock that I don't mind having in my portfolio because they make up about less than 5% of my entire portfolio, them along with PSEC. But I'm just going to continue to dollar cost average my way into AG&C because they pay a pretty solid dividend and they're pretty inexpensive as well. And then on May 12th, 2021, EPD paid me $4.95. At the time I had 11 shares, paying me 45 cents per share. And then going to EPD, we can see that I'm up about 14% or $33. And I still have 11 shares. This is a pretty solid energy company that I found doing some research, and I dabbled in them a little bit. But as time has gone on, they have become one of my favorite energy stocks that I have to date. And then on May 13th, 2021, Apple paid me 68 cents. At the time I had 3.08 shares, and they paid 22 cents per share, giving me that 68 cents. As we can see, going to Apple, I'm up 4% or $25, and now I have 4.35 shares. As we can see, over the past month, Apple's down about 5%, and I see this as a perfect time to buy more shares of Apple because as they're gearing up for the next iPhone announcement, probably in August or September, they're only going to go up from here. So I'm doubling down on getting shares of Apple because they are on a little bit of a discount right now. And then on May 14th, 2021, Main Street Capital paid me $1.85. At the time I had 9 shares and they paid about 20 cents per share. And then as we can see going into Main Street Capital, I'm up about 15% or $50. I still have 9 shares. And then overall, I think this is a pretty good finance sector stock. As we can see, the next dividend in June is already pending. This is a monthly paying dividend stock that has really grown on me in the past couple of months now. I do plan on picking up more shares of this, but in my finance sector, it's only Main Street Capital as well as Chase Bank. And I want to make sure they're at a pretty even pace. So when I buy one, I want to buy more of the other. So I'm holding off for now, but I do want to pick up more shares next month. And then the next dividend that I got paid was on May 14th, 2021. Stock OKE paid me $6.55. At the time, I had 7 shares. And they were paying about 93 cents per share. And then as we can see going into OKE, I'm up about 29% or $98 and I have 8 shares. OKE is another good energy sector stock that has really grown on me in the past couple of months now. When I first started buying into the energy sector, I bought EPD, OKE, and honestly after doing some research into the energy sector, I'm really glad I went with these stocks. They've been paying off pretty well. I've had some pretty amazing natural growth over the past 3 or 4 months now. The next dividend that I got paid was on May 14th as well, 2021. Realty Income, or ticker symbol O, paid me $3.29. At the time I had 14 shares and they paid about 23 cents per share, giving me that $3.29. As we can see going into Realty Income, I am up in Realty Income about 14% or $121. I still have only 14 shares. The reason being, as we can see, they make up about 9% of my portfolio, which I didn't even follow my own rule on that. I don't want any one stock in my portfolio growing above 5 or 6%. The reason Realty O is so high in my portfolio is because I was negative at one point and I had the opportunity to dollar cost average into it before it went back up. So essentially I was buying the dip and bringing down my average cost. Unfortunately, it was like the 2nd or 3rd month of me beginning to invest into the stock market. I took a huge risk on this, but it did pay off in the long run. I'm not gonna buy any more shares of Realty Income until it goes down to about 6 or 7% of my entire portfolio. And then on May 14th, 2021 again, Costco paid me 23 cents. At the time I had 0.29 shares and they were paying 79 cents per share. As we can see going into Costco, I'm up about 3% or $7, and then now I have about half a share. With Costco, I really see it as a long-term hold, and I just plan on dollar cost averaging into Costco, and I really want to make Costco a staple in my dividend investment portfolio. And then the last payment that I got on May 14th, 2021 was from Pembina. I got $1.18. At the time I had 8 shares, and they were paying about 14 cents per share. Now this is the last energy sector stock that I do have in my dividend investment portfolio, but going into Pembina, I'm up 26% or $59. Now I did buy one more share, so I have 9 shares now at an average cost of $25.03. Again, Pembina is just another good healthy energy stock that I bought into, and I've seen some pretty amazing growth over the past 3 or 4 months now. I don't plan on selling any of my energy sector stocks anytime soon, and I want to continue to dollar cost average into energy sector because overall it is still pretty low in my entire dividend investment portfolio, and I want to grow this sector in my portfolio to about 8%. And then on May 17th, 2021, I got paid $2.71 from Hormel Foods. At the time I had 11.06 shares and they were paying 24 cents per share, giving me my $2.71. Again, going into Hormel Foods, I'm up only about 3% or $20, and now I have 12.06 shares at an average cost of $46.61. Hormel Foods is another one that I think of like Coke. They have so many staples in our grocery stores that everyone shops at on a day-to-day basis. I don't think they're going away anytime soon, and because of that, I've been continually buying the dip on Hormel Foods. They are pretty volatile, but that's okay because I'm focused on the dividend and the long-term growth that I'm going to get from this stock. And then on May 20th, 2021, I got paid $1.58 from Prospect Capital, or PSEC. I had 26.37 shares at the time, and they were paying about 6 cents per share, giving me my $1.58. Prospect Capital, just like AG&C, is a very high dividend paying stock. They also pay monthly, but going into Prospect Capital, I'm up 41% or $67. I haven't bought any more of Prospect Capital because I am very heavily focused on trying to up my positions in Target as well as Costco because they're very low in my portfolio at the moment. But again, this high paying dividend stock only makes up about 2% of my entire portfolio, so I'm totally okay with it. Prospect and AG&C are my riskier investments, making up less than 3% of my entire portfolio, which is why I'm okay with the risk. I'm mainly in it for the dividends. I don't really think that Prospect Capital or AG&C are going to grow to a crazy amount, and I'm going to get a crazy return on it, which is why I'm invested into both of them for the dividends. We're almost there, don't worry. So on May 28th, 2021, PEY paid me 72 cents. At the time I had 10.94 shares and they were paying about 6 cents per share, giving me my 72 cents. But going into PEY, this is an ETF that I first started investing into back in October, and since time has gone on and me realizing that I really don't need ETFs in my portfolio and also not wanting to pay short-term capital gains tax on this, I'm just going to let it sit in my portfolio and collect dividends for the time being because it's not hurting my portfolio at all, and I can just reinvest those dividends into Prospect Capital or AG&C, whichever I choose. But on PEY, I'm up about 28% or $51. I still only have 10.94 shares at an average cost of $16.54. Again, this ETF is not necessary in my portfolio anymore, but because I don't want to pay that short-term capital gains tax, I'm just going to let it sit and collect those dividends. And the last payment that I got on May 28th, 2021 was from SPHD. I got paid $1.65. At the time, I had 14.46 shares, and they were paying about 11 cents per share. Now going into SPHD, this is another ETF that I first invested into, and around the same time that I stopped investing into PEY is when I stopped investing into SPHD. Now, it's not to say this isn't a great ETF, because I mean, look at this return. I'm up about 30% or $153. Still only have 14.46 shares at an average cost of $34.66. Again, the only reason I stopped investing more money into SPHD as well as PEY is because I'm comfortable enough to invest into individual stocks instead of using ETFs. But again, I have crazy returns from PEY as well as SPHD, and I'm getting solid 3% dividends from both of them, so I don't see a point in selling them at all. Maybe after a year or so when I don't have to pay that short-term capital gains tax, I might consider selling PEY, but I'm not sure if I'm ever going to sell SPHD just because I have a great return and they give me really solid dividends. And those were all the dividends that I got paid for May of 2021. So with all 14 dividend payments, I made a total of $37.52, bringing my total for the entire year of 2021 so far to $112.56. Again, that is passive income, and that's not a bad return for doing absolutely nothing. If you are interested in seeing how I keep track of all of my dividends and my entire portfolio, go check out my last video that I made. I did make an entire video dedicated to how I keep track of all my dividends using trackmydividends.com. I hope this video was helpful and informative, or just entertaining in any way possible, because I know I love dividend investing. I love watching others go over the dividend investment portfolios. I know it helped me when I first started investing, so I hope that helped y'all. But thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate all the love and support that I get on here. All my social medias will be linked down here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below. I will get back to you. And don't forget to like the video because it helps out my channel tremendously. But I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.